going on, guys? Welcome to the off-season episode for Season 2. We still have not made the playoffs. Very disappointing. We finished 9-8 this year compared to last year's 7-10, and we were the number 9 seed. As you can see, the number 8 seed was also 9-8, so we were only behind by one game. And unfortunately, we actually lost to the Falcons, the number 8 seed, in Week 17, and that basically did it to us. Because that's how the Seahawks got one game above us, and we would have beat the Seahawks in a tiebreaker, so the Falcons effectively ended our season. So, in this episode, we're basically going to be going over free agency and the draft, and also, like, player progressions. I'm going to go over the season stats and shit like that, yeah. So, this probably could be kind of a long episode, so let's get cracking.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Boykin, we got it. We're in... There we go.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god! Look of the Irish! Holy shit! First time ever! Audric Estime with the kick return. Pity! Oh, look at the Irish, me boyos.
Let's see what this storyline message was. I guess it's an early report, seeing how we did about the season. Wait, you predicted our first two cornerbacks would combine for 10 interceptions. Didn't they combined for 10 interceptions, though? I'm 99% sure they... What? Said CB1 and CB2. So that's Julian Love and Ben Morrison. They definitely combined for 10 picks. Yeah, Julian Love had 8. Ben Morrison had 7. They had 15 picks. What is Madden talking about? And let's see how much Cam Hart had, too. Because maybe somehow he got thrown in the mix. But even he had 4 picks. So any combination of those cornerbacks would have gotten 11. I don't know what's going on there with Madden. Since it was Kyle Hamilton, maybe, like, they registered him for some reason? I don't know. That made no sense. Alright, we're going to take a look at my player stats. Before we do that, let's just take one final look at the team rankings. So we are 5th in offensive points per game, 5th in offensive points per yard, 29th in rushing yards, 31st in defensive points, 31st in defensive passing yards, and 29th in rushing defense. So my defense probably going to have to knock them down a few pegs. They are ranking in the bottom in a lot of categories. Just checking the team stats again. Defense, we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th in sacks, 11th in fumbles, and we led the league in picks. So I'm going to take that into consideration as well. Let's take a look at in-season. Let's take a look at Pro Bowl first. Any Pro Bowlers for us? So no QB, running back, SMA, and Kyron Williams, no. I mean, I guess the only one I would expect is maybe Miles Boykin and Michael Mayer on my offense. No receiver. Yeah, so no Boykin. Damn. No Michael Mayer. Anyone on my O-line? No one on my O-line. Shit. No D-line. Oh, actually, no. Foskey got in there. Okay, that's good. Foskey's our only Pro Bowler so far. Okay, Love. So Brandon Aubrey, Love, Julian Love, and Foskey. So really, the only defensive players made the Pro Bowl, and they ranked dead last statistically in a lot of... Okay, interesting. And then, yeah, Brandon. And then Audric Estime is the kick returner. So we had 4 Pro Bowlers. I want to say that's better than last year. Coach of the year. White Stout, number 10. Okay, so good there. MVP, no Shamrocks. Offensive Player of the Year, no Shamrocks. Defensive Player of the Year, Drew Tranquil, number 2. That's awesome. Wait, he was number 2 in Defensive Player of the Year. He didn't make a Pro Bowl? Gotta take a look at that again. Oh, and Julian Love. I missed that. Julian Love was number 7. Okay. Dude, how is my defensive rankings that bad when I have so many good guys in, I guess, this category at least? Rookie of the Year, no Shamrocks. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Ben Morrison. Okay. And Jack Kaiser is number 10. Best QB, Sam Hartman, nothing. I don't think running back's going to be in there either. Nope. Okay. Wide receiver, Miles Boykin. Okay. So I think that's 2 years in a row we had a top 10 receiver. O-line, Stanley, Nelson, Fisher, Patterson. My entire O-line. Is this right? It seems like that's my entire O-line. I mean, I don't think we allowed really any sacks, so I'm okay with that. D-line, Foskey, number 10. Okay. Linebacker, Drew Tranquil, number 3. Defensive back, Love and Morrison, top 2. Kicker, Brandon Aubrey, number 3. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at this Pro Bowl again. Is Drew Tranquil not there? I feel like it's robbery. Dude, like, how is Drew Tranquil not in there? That's fucking crazy. All right, now we're going to get into the season stats. So Sam Hartman, he had a down year. And just to show you, compared to last year, went down in yards, went down in touchdowns, same amount of interceptions. He went down in sacks, only 10 sacks, that's crazy. He went down a lot in completion percentage, and he went down in yards per attempt. So, very, very, very bad season for Sam Hartman. I've been ranked dead last in picks and completion percentage, and second to last in passer rating. So, yeah, who knows how he could have been in the playoffs. He could have maybe turned it up, but he definitely suffered from the sophomore slump for sure. Only thing is he's on a contract year because he was undrafted. So, we signed him to a 1-year deal last year. So, I don't know what my plan is with him and what I'm going to sign him to. Running backs. Yikes. Not a single guy. Well, Tony Jones, we barely used him. He averaged 5 yards a carry, but I don't even think that was sustainable. Because if Estime and Kyrie Williams aren't averaging 4 yards an attempt, I don't think Tony Jones would. So, yeah, I can definitely see us. We need to improve the run game. They need to get better. I think we have a running back coming in this next year's draft. So, maybe that'll help. But, yeah, both these running backs, I think I counted like 35 running backs for this season, and the estimate is 31, and Kyrie Williams was 33 in yards. So, and they're both 26th in yards per attempt. So, not good. My running back game, not hot at all this year. Miles Boykin, 11-25, 10, and 14 games. That's good, man. It wasn't like a Chase Claypool of last year type of season, who had like 1,700 yards in 12 games, but very solid receiver for us. I think he's probably going to be the new number 1. Michael Mayer, top tight end. I think the thing that kept him out of the Pro Bowl was like his lack of touchdowns, 4, but he had almost 1,000 yards. He was the number 3 tight end in receiving yards. Chase Claypool, he had a down year, especially for playing 4 more games than he did last year. He had half the amount of yards, but 900 yards and 6 touchdowns from any receiver is good enough. They deserve to be getting paid, so I can't really be too pissed off about that. And now St. Brown, he took in as the number 3 over Cole Kmet. 577, 7 touchdowns, so he had 35 catches, 7 touchdowns, so 1/5, 20% of his catches were red zones. Same thing with Miles Boykin, 1 out of 5. Yeah, all these guys had really good red zone percentages, maybe except for Michael Mayer. And Cole Kmet, for like a number 4 receiver who really is like a tight end, not bad, 370 yards, couple touchdowns. He's decent enough. Blocking, only 1 sack allowed from my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 6 guys playing meaningful snaps because of Joe Alt's injury. Yeah, he only played 6 games. But yeah, not a single sack allowed other than McGlinky. So, top tier O-line. Defense, Kyle Hamilton had 120 tackles, but, I mean, we ranked dead last in passing yards per game. I think that kind of, falls more on the safeties. 3, so tackle for loss, 2 picks, deflection, fumble recovery. I mean, decent, but not, like, crazy. I would say for a safety, a good season statistically, at least, would be like, tackles for loss, sacks, picks, deflections, fumbles, and recoveries. If these stats can add up to like 10, that's like good enough for me. Kyle Hamilton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's kind of like fringe starting area for me. So I don't know about Kyle Hamilton, man. I know I'm probably gonna resign him. He's so much potential, but then look at Drew. For a linebacker, I feel like it's more like 15 to be good, and he has 22 tackles for loss. Drew Tranquil, best linebacker in the game. 22 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 4 picks, deflection. He did that in 14 games. He did that a little over 500 snaps. Julian Love, it looks like he had 2 pick sixes, 2 deflections, 8 picks. Julian Love had a great year. Ben Morrison, also a terrific rookie year. He kind of was a Pro Bowl snub. On paper, he kind of had as good as statistics as Julian Love. Maybe he just didn't get the pick sixes. Harrison Smith, we benched him towards the end of the year for watch, just because Harrison Smith he's getting less mobile, so he was playing more in the box in a rotation role, so that's kind of how he got those tackles for losses. I mean, but for rotation, not bad. Cam Hart, decent enough, mixed bag, didn't excel in really any specific category, but, I mean, for 4 tackles for loss for a cornerback, that's pretty good, I'd say. I do need these guys to start improving on deflections, because I don't think our most deflections was 4. That's terrible. We need these guys to be getting, like, double digits. Bertrand, he was pretty good, too. 9 tackles for loss, pick, he did that in 500 snaps. JOK, that's the thing, Bertrand, JOK, Tranquil, they all played very similar snaps. They all had a very similar snap count, and, I mean, they all played pretty productively. Like, Drew Tranquil was definitely the most productive, then JOK. Bertrand, definitely better than you'd expect. A lone Pro Bowler on the line, 18 tackles for loss and 7 sacks. That's fair. And a fumble. He did that in 650 snaps. Holy shit. Madrano, he wasn't that bad in the rotation. Jack Kaiser wasn't that bad in rotation. Jalen Smith wasn't that bad for being a starter and then rotation. And Ogundeji wasn't bad for rotation, I guess, either. So, that's the thing. On paper, and I guess looking at the stats and the numbers, it doesn't look like this defense is that bad. but they ranked really badly. All right, guys, welcome to my spreadsheet for the Return of the Potato Famine. So these are my offensive players that played meaningful snaps, and I'll get into how I'm going to do defense, but I do this to kind of evaluate where they were compared to the rest of the league, and if I need to make adjustments to their rating, I'm going to do it. Because, like, for example, like, Colton Kmet had 300 yards and still star. I'm going to have to put him down. And since he was my fourth receiver, he didn't even have enough catches to really fit into this category. I can't have him ranked as a number 3 receiver. See how it says 83 in here on the Madden screen? I'm going to have to... He should be, like, in the hundreds, like, under 96. 32 receivers times 3 receivers. He shouldn't be a number 3 receiver, in my opinion. Actually, no, a better example would probably be Kyren Williams. He's an 85, which makes him the 18th best running back, but he, for 33rd in yards, 26 in yards per attempt, he shouldn't be a starting running back. And it's not just based off this year, too. Look at last year. He has not been good for us. So it's reasons like that why I kind of go through this. I average everybody out. It gives us an idea of where they really ranked out. Also, if you pause and do the math, it's not a perfect average. I actually come up with the passing yards and receiving. I came up with a little bit of a different equation. That way, the yards per attempt and the rack average weights is a little less. So, example, like 2. Like, I think before, if this was just an average, so if I average all of these together, it's 19-something. If I did my other category, which is this average plus this averaged, then it's 22. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but basically, it makes the yards per attempt way less. Because that means he originally would have been 19th, now he's 21st. So, yeah, I hope that clears that up. And, yes, let's get into analyzing these stats. Sam Hartman, he was 21st average ranking between these stats, I guess, with my equation. So he is a bottom 3rd quarterback, which I think that makes about sense. Last year, he ranked around middle of the pack. So middle of the pack first year, bottom 3rd second year. I'm thinking he belongs around like the 20th to 19th. He's the 31st. So since he is still also limited potential, he's not like one of those he was an undrafted guy. I'm not going to automatically bump him up to like the 19th ranked guy. Honestly, but I don't think he deserves any improvement. Yeah, I'm just going to keep him at a 75, and I'm just going to bump him down to normal. Well, actually, I'll give him a little bit of awareness. Give him a 2 in that. I don't think that's going to change his overall at all. Oh, okay, 76. Now he's 24th. Okay, let's go back. Let's make him a 75 again. 24 sounds a little high. Okay. All right, Sam Hartman stays at a 75 and is down to normal dev. All right, Audric Estime and Kyren Williams. So Audric Estime averaged out as the number 23, and the running back is the way I do my running back ones, it's these 4 categories: rushing yards, average per carry, rushing touchdowns, and yak, and yards after contact. I have them all weighted equally, so it averages out, and then it's that average plus the number of fumbles. So, for Audric Estime, these stats average out to 22, and then the fumble added once. That's why he's ranked number 23. Last season, he was 15, so middle of the pack. So kind of similar to Sam Hartman. I can see Estime maybe be ranked a little bit higher. Number 50 running back. Now, I will say this. He made a Pro Bowl for kick returns, so I think that's kind of what's making me like, maybe he does deserve to get bumped up a little bit. That's the thing. He did make a Pro Bowl, so okay. I think I'm going to do this. I think there is a kick return superstar ability. I think I'm going to make him a superstar, and I don't think he should be paranoid. He got coached better up to ideal, okay? We're going to do superstar, keep him at a 78, return man, boom. Because he made a Pro Bowl in returns, and then I'll just keep him at this. I won't give him any other superstar abilities unless he actually deserves it, but yeah, I'm going to keep him at 78 with the return man ability. Now let's make Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams, for us, has played worse than Audric Estime, so in theory, he should be ranked worse. 2850 right here, and then last season he was 24, so he's 85, he's ranked 18, so that's why I'm like, should Estime maybe be bumped up to like an 82, and Kyren Williams is like a 79? Okay, let's make Kyren Williams like an 80 and see where that puts him. He's also going to go down to normal. Alright, so Kyren Williams at an 80 is now the 37th best running back, which I think is about right. I think that's fine for him. So in that case, Estime probably deserves to be bumped up a little bit then. I'll make him an 80 then as well. Alright, 79, that's fine. Okay, so remember, based off my stats and statistics, this is averaged where they ranked compared to all the other running backs. They averaged out as a 23rd and 2850. And I have them right now as Estime is going to be the 43rd best running back instead of 23rd. And Kyren Williams is 37th instead of 2850. So for anybody hating on me because like I'm cheating, the Madden rating progression sucks. Nobody declines unless it's age, you know? Like these guys, some of them should not really be, like Kyren Williams should have gone digressed. I shouldn't have had to do that. It should have been a natural thing. Tony Jones, as long as he's not above them, I think that's fine. Okay. Now receiving. Miles Boykin, I have him ranked out as the 13th. And he also was the number 9 receiver. So we've got to take that into account. Also, remember, that's for NFC, so technically he was the number 18th. So, but hey, he was recognized in some type of award category. Last year, he ended up being the 23rd. So, 23rd. I mean, I can see him averaging out to being a top 15 guy. And I would say if you're like a top 25 receiver, you should deserve, or like a top 20 receiver, top 15, top 20, you should be like a superstar. So, I'm thinking we bump him up, man. Because, dude, he's ranked number 126. He's a number 4. Madden has him as a number 4 receiver. And these were his years after the last 2. He deserves to be like, I'll probably make him like a number 32. But I think I'm going to give him superstar. Alright, Miles Boykin, 85 overall. Ranked as the number 35. So Madden still doesn't even have him as a number 1 receiver. So I think this is more than fair. And now we're going to do his superstar abilities. Definitely going to do, what's that? That one's short elite. Then I will also do mid in and deep in. And also remember, we had a top tier, we were top 5 in receiving, and like the passing game too, so. Alright, Michael Mayer, he averaged out as the number 5. Last season he was number 3 and made a Pro Bowl, so he should still be like a top 10 tight end at least, in my opinion. 16, I think. I say for a top 10 tight end, I would say that's superstar, but maybe that's a little overkill. I don't know, man. I think he does deserve to be a Pro Bowler, or does kind of deserve to be superstar. Alright, okay, we're not going to make him superstar, but we'll do this. I'll make these all a deal, okay? And I'll give him like a plus 65 awareness. Are you serious? Okay. How about this? I bump him up to like, what does 80 do? Because like, he's playing this good, his awareness is 65. No, he should at least be 80 awareness. So he jumped from 81 to 84. Number 14, that's fine. If he has another good year, then maybe he'll be upgraded to superstar. But I think for now, that's fine. Chase Claypool. He still averaged out as a number 31 receiver. And think about it. If I just, and that's with my special equation. If I did it just normal average, he would have been ranked 33. So that's the thing. Compared to last year, down year, but very productive in yards per catch. And I mean, he was like a top number 2 in every other category. So like I can see him ranking out as like a top number 2, bottom number 1. 31 last year. 31 this year, 21 last year. I mean, I think I'm just going to make him a little under Boykin, like probably keep him at like an 82, 83. Okay, 81, I think that's fine. But I'm just going to, he's not a superstar anymore. He's going down to star. Okay, star. Cole Kmet, since he is not on this list, he needs to be a normal development and under 96. So, going to make it normal, and I'll give him like a -2 on everything. Well, I'll definitely do that. Cole Kmet is now 124. I think that's fine. I skipped over St. Brown. Whoops. St. Brown. So St. Brown averaged out as the 40th guy. Not so good in the yards, but he's very productive in all the other categories. Especially, dude, yards per catch is really helps these guys out. You should start buffing the average per catch. But at the same time, if you're getting the deep ball every single time, making explosive plays, how do you not deserve credit, you know? Especially when Sam Hartman's your quarterback, it's the receivers that are kind of helping him out, I feel like, more. So, I think I'm probably going to have him ranked as, like, well, I need him under Claypool, so I'll probably keep him at, like, a 78, and I'll keep him at normal development since this is his first year. Alright, St. Brown, 78, ranked number 79. Okay, so I think that's solid for all of these guys. Tommy Tremble's 72, that's fine. That's fine. Now, on to blocking. The way I normally do this is my O-line chart right here. Interior offensive line allows 0 sacks. They should be like a top tier O-line in my opinion. So they should be like superstar. I will say, since my running game has been shit, I can't really do that like that. Maybe I just knock down all of their power blocking. Quentin Nelson, how many sacks did he allow last year for us? 0. Okay. But yeah, so I think I'm going to improve a lot of their pass pro, but all the power, I'm going to have to give them probably like a -5, -3, depending on who it is. Because we were dead last in the running game. That kind of has to do with blocking, I feel like, too. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So Quentin Nelson is now in 86. I don't remember. I think he was in 88 before. No, he was in 87. McLinky, Center, he allowed 1, so I think that's superstar. So that would be like top 4 to top 10. Last year, he was star. Okay, so I'm going to keep him at star. Probably make him around like 12th. Okay, 9th. So I'm going to definitely knock down his power, but his pass pro should be a little bit up. All right, so pass pro, I'll give him 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, 4. All right, McLickey's now at 79, number 13. I think that's fair. Blake Fisher. He's another that's going to be, looks like top tier. What did he do last year? Last year only 1 as an interior, so he's probably going to, he averages out to like be like the number 6, number 7 guy. Number 20th, I'll keep him at 20. I'll upgrade him to a star, do ideal, and we'll do, he should be probably like an 80. So because I've made some improvements there, run blocking, 1, 2, 3, he's down to like 78. All right, let's see what this goes. Okay, so he stayed at 79. Now he's a pass pro 79. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, Patterson, he was rotational, I think, mostly. So, but he did play a good amount of snaps. 76, holy shit. Number 19, okay, I don't know about that. I'll knock him down to a 75 awareness. I mean, I'll keep him everything else, because 76 is kind of high, but that's kind of what his specialty is. Okay. Ronnie Stanley, no sacks. Played 14 games, though. So, yeah, he was a top tackle last 2 seasons. He deserves to be superstar. Okay. Top 10, that's fine. And, yeah, I'll keep all of that. And I'll take down his power a little bit. Mustafa, I'll give him, like, a +1 boost on everything. Actually, you know, I'll do that, too. Alright, so, feel good about my O-line. Joel, I don't think I'm going to really touch him. Well, actually, because of how bad his injury is, power, okay. I'm going to knock down, like, 5 on this power. I'm going to keep him at superstar, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, maybe that's why my running game took such a big hit, because we lost Joel. He's now down at 85. I think that's fine. Alright, now defense. So this is my defensive chart. So before when I was saying, like, quarterbacks and safety should be at least 10 to be star or starter, this is what I was talking about. And I know, like, you guys might be wondering where I'm getting these numbers from. I've been playing Madden, looking at stats for, like, 3 years, been making my own spreadsheets and shit whenever I play seasons. This is kind of where it rings out for, like, top tier. Like, I always see, like, the top 10 outside linebackers, defensive ends with, like, 30-plus combined stats, you know? Like, I know, like, we see sometimes on paper, like, in the NFL, it's, like, 8-sack season, and you're like, oh, that guy should be a superstar or whatever. But, like, say if it's an 8-sack season and it's, like, they only had 2 tackles for loss and didn't really do much else. Really? Like, is it? And also when you see, like, compared to other stats, say, like, you have a guy with 10 sacks and 10 tackles for loss, there's another, like, 20 guys with the same thing, but I have a few more, like, tackles for loss and stuff. It's crazy. Look, let me show you. See, this is, like, 27, 29, 29, 22, 28, 21, 26, 22. So I feel like the 20s, it's what makes you kind of like a star. Tackles for loss, let's do sacks. 25, 26, 28, 23. I've seen guys get well into like the 30s of these combined. So, yeah, but I see a lot of people averaging over 20. So that's why I feel like 20 is kind of like the star, or like where you should be like a starter. So yeah, hope this helps. All right, Kyle Hamilton. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, we had a bottom defense, man, and passing yards allowed. Last year, he did really good against the run. This year, he kind of had a down year all around. But even since we've had him, he's never been that great with pass deflections. So he is going to be a guy I'm probably going to have to resign, but I don't think he's X Factor. I don't think he's been playing anything like an X Factor. Number 4, okay, so this might sting with some people, but I'll move him down to a star. I'm going to upgrade all these. I'm going to give him like a -6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tackling and hit power, I'm not going to touch. And the block shedding, I'm not going to touch that either. But all of his other stats, he's going to be under the 80s with these now. Well, let's see where this takes him. I think based off these last 2 seasons, since we've had him, he's probably around like 15th to 20th safety. So, let's see. He's still number 7? Oh, it's run support. Well, I know, he had a down year in run support this year, so. Okay, yeah, let's knock down the run support things. Tackling, I'm still not going to touch, though. 84, 12. Okay. No, let's bump him down a little bit more. 84 still sounds a little too high. And 12. I know for the name and what he's been doing in real life, yes, but for this franchise, he's not been what we need. Okay, I'm going to keep him at 83. I think that's fine. Drew Tranquil. Dude, I think he should be a fucking X Factor, man. Number 2, he was like in the Defensive Player of the Year voting and somehow didn't make a Pro Bowl. So that's average. So it's 31, 32, 32. And he only played 14 games. And look at my chart, X Factor. What about last year? Last year he was 22.5 24.5, 25. So he's been X Factor the last 2 seasons, and for some reason just doesn't get the recognition. I mean, I think Drew Tranquil is really like an easy X Factor. I'm going to keep him like a lower overall, though. Well, I think he should be my first X Factor, but like he hasn't made a Pro Bowl. But no, he was number 2 in Defensive Player of the Year. No, he's X Factor. He's X Factor. Yes, all these should be on. Okay, I'm going to give him like maybe like a +3 on all those ratings. All right, let's see where this takes him. Okay, 87, number 7. It's fine with me. Let's make him reinforcement. I'm going to say under pressure, out my way, short route. All right, cool. Drew Tranquil. Julian Love, he made a Pro Bowl. 10, 13, 15, which equals out to Superstar. Plus the Pro Bowl, I got to take that into consideration. Last year, 7, 8. Okay. Number 38, I think based on the last few years combined, I think that's fair. I mean, I know him technically should be better, but since my passing defense as a whole, every single one of them had bad moments, I think this is fair. I'm gonna keep him at 83. Give him this. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll balance out his 83. Okay, 84. That seems fine. Pro Bowl cornerback being 84 is kind of a robbery, but it's kind of what we have to do here. Ben Morrison, 10, 14, 15. Especially for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I guess he deserves a superstar in a way. But since, once again, such poor overall defense, I think keeping him at an 84 and a star is fine. He definitely deserves to be higher up there. He's very, very, very good Rookie Year. Well, maybe 84 is a little too high. I'll knock him down 1 and everything. Yeah, let's minus those. Make it like an 83. Alright, Ben Morrison at an 83. Harrison Smith, 5, 6. That leaves him at fringe starter, which makes sense since I did bench him. So he's going to go down to star. He's number 10? No. I'm probably going to have to give him like a -7 on everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do 7 on that. The rest I'll do 5. Alright, Harrison Smith, who's probably going to retire after this year anyway. Have him down to a 76. I think that's fair. Maybe he should be a little worse. Yeah, I'm down a little bit more. Alright, Harrison Smith, 75. That's fair. Cam Hart, 4, 6, 10, 13. So he ranks around star. I think that's pretty much fine for him, yeah. Keeping him in 78. He had a good year last year, too. Just, once again, I can't really make him too much higher because my defense was ranked so bad. Bertrand, 10.5, 11.5. Leaves him at a star, around a starter. Especially he only did that in 500 snaps. So I'm going to say either keep him at star and 72 or bump him up to like the 40th ranked. How did he do last year? He was good last year. Okay, so I'll bump up his overall. Our Bertrand's now is 74 overall, but normal. JOK, 10, 15, 17, 18, 19. I know he was outside linebacker, but he was playing more of an interior role. So I'm going to keep him around star. I think that's fair. Star, maybe around like top 12, 10. Let's knock down his pass coverage a little bit. Alright, JOK, now down 82. I think that's fine. Foskey, he made a Pro Bowl, so he's definitely going to be at least a star. 25. 26. Oh, he ranked out at superstar. How did he do last year? Last year, I don't think he was okay, he did pretty good last year. And I don't think he was a starter last year either. 17.5, 18.5. I'll give him superstar. It's only a 75 overall. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. He pulled up this season and all of his block shedding things were like under 80. Okay, so ranking-wise, I'm thinking Foskey should be between 15 and 10. I'll keep him at superstar. 13, that's fine. I said these all kind of suck. I hate these ones. Bogo. I'll do this one for now. Once he gets up to 285, he's going to get some much better passing rush moves. Over Madrano to Ogundeji. All these guys are going to be like starting category probably. 4.5, 5.5, 70 is on. Okay, that's fine. Kaiser. Jeff, what do you have? 6, 9, 10? Alright, Kaiser I'm actually going to bump up a little bit because he was playing mostly as a middle linebacker and he already has over fringe starter category. So I'll give him like +2 on everything. Alright, Kaiser's up to a 71. I think that's fair. Jalen Smith, 9.5, and he was mostly edge rusher. Yeah, I think that's fine. 73. Yeah. Alright, now Ogundeji, 6, 7. Yeah, so 72. Brandon Aubrey stays at an 88. He's always gonna be number 1. Who made the most field goals in the league? Carson, okay. Okay, that took an absurdly long time. Yeah, this episode might be kind of a long one. Alright, so this is the new team. Remember, estimate as a kick return thing. That's the only reason why he's superstar. Okay, and remember, we're going to get Joe Alt back next year. Miles Boykin is going to be above Claypool. Okay. Yeah, QB's looking kind of tough right now. And Drew Tranquil, the lone X factor. D-line is looking bad. Safeties could be better. Yeah, it's definitely my D line and secondary is what's really lacking. Not really my corners. They've all been playing well. Oh, Xavier Watts, I didn't even really rank him. I didn't look at his stats. Dude, he didn't put up a single fucking stat. Holy shit. Wow, he's ass. Okay, yep. So yeah, definitely. Hopefully we get some edge. D-line. I mean, that's the thing about the draft that makes it so hard. We can only draft Notre Dame players. So, it's very, very limited. Slim pickings on who I can get. And I can use a running back as well. So, it's like QB, running back, safety, edge, I'd say. Let's take a look at my prospects again. These are all the Notre Dame guys. So, a tackle, that's cool, but we don't really need tackles. A cornerback, that's good. I can move someone as a safety then. Julian Love, actually, I might move to a safety. Because that's what he originally was. I can kind of need a safety help. Okay, Jeremiah Love, that can help us out. There's only one edge rusher, and he's undrafted. So that doesn't look good, and there's no QB. Who knows? We could have some people declare super, super late. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. But, all right, let's advance. Let's see. All right, season recap. Bucks beat the Bengals. Patrick Mahomes MVP. Bucky Irvin was a Super Bowl MVP. Wow. Coach of the Year, Nick Sirianni. Jamar Chase, Offensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Trey Hare. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Nice. Ben Morrison was the Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's awesome. Dude, I think if he's like the official Defensive Rookie of the Year, I should give him Superstar. He who knows? He might actually get automatically bumped up to that. All right. Year 3, year 3 could be fucking awesome or it could be terrible. Mock draft. Let's see. Where is our first round pick? Okay, we're number 14. Has us going receiver, but it's from Ohio State. Doesn't look like any Notre Dame player is up there. First Notre Dame player projected is going to be Charles Jagusa. Oh, he's only a 3rd or 4th round talent though. Fuck. So I'm probably gonna have to. Oh, and Christian Gray. So okay, so these guys are back to back. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to get both of these guys. Don't know how the fuck's gonna happen. But, well, actually, I don't know about. I don't need a tackle. Actually, I don't need O-line help. I really don't. So maybe I skip out on him. Christian Gray, I'm definitely going for. I need him. He's my first round guy. All right, and then cool. So at least we know we can get Christian Gray based off this. Storylines, I mean, sure, I guess, what are these? Off-season workouts? Oh, Sam Hartman, definitely. We need him to get better. Okay, we need him to focus on throwing on the run and play action accuracy. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Sounds good. Perfect. Estimate, big time. Ronnie Stanley doesn't have too much time left. Estimate still has a lot of game left in him, and good chance he's still going to be the number 1 running back. So I need him to get better. Juke, stiff arms, vision, runner, trucking defenders. Fine with me, man. Look what both these guys are going to be doing. This one is defense. Foskey. Jalen Smith doesn't have much time left. I mean, he's a rating Pro Bowl, so literally I don't care what he does. Get him more agile. Fine with me. And stronger. Cool. All right, press conference, and then we can move on. So it can't be upgraded to roster. It's always going to be the draft. I'm going to say difference maker because we're going to go that cornerback. All right, before we get into re-signing, let's use some upgrade points. So since we're getting into re-signing, I might as well do this. All right, then let's just start working on these. Left and right guards, wide receivers, tight end, XP games. Let's do this one, middle linebackers, left and right outside linebackers, left and right ends, D-line. I don't have enough. Okay, cool. Done there. All right, let's re-sign. Williams, I don't really know too much about. Okay, I have a lot of money. I could really re-sign all these guys. Okay. All right. Let's take a breath here. Boykin is definitely a number 1 guy I want. Dude, I'll give him like this much. Here, 7.5. What, 15 mil a year? I think that's fine. I'll give him 16. Oh my fuck! No way. Okay. So it looks like I'm gonna have to really, really pay these guys. I'm probably gonna have to re-sign him, or I'm probably gonna have to franchise tag him. Okay. Shit, man. Sam Hartman, I need him. I say, he wants a 4-year deal. I don't know if I want to make him 4 years, though. That's crazy. Oh, 4 years. 4 years. Okay, maybe 3 years. He wants 19.6 a mil. Fuck. I'll get back to him. Oh, this sucks. Nobody wants to resign. Estimate is the closest one, I feel like. 23. I'll give him a 4 mil. Oh, okay. I'll give him a 4-year deal. He wants 4.5. Let's give him 7. No. Let's give him 7 mil a year. Please? Okay, good. We got our first guy, Audrey Stanley. I want him. I'll keep him for as long as I can. 32. I mean, dude, I can see him playing like another 2 years. I'll do 2-year deals. He wants 17 mil a year. I'll just do 2 yet. 2 at 18. No, he probably is going to need more money. I'll give him 20. Okay, cool. McLinky. Claypool I'm going to need. Okay, I'll give him a 4-year deal. Give him 13 mil a year. Actually, no, I'll stick with 3. Fuck! Alright. Boykin franchise tagging, okay? 41 mil. Holy shit. Oh, congrats, dude. Getting 41 million. Ogunji was a decent, solid rotational guy, so I'll give him 3 years. This. Okay, cool. Kyron Williams. I mean, he deserves less than Estime. Estime I gave 7. So what do I give him? 6. I'll give him 6.5. Okay, cool. Got 2 running backs back that I don't even know if I wanted. JOK wants a lot of money. I think I might have to do it, though. 10 mil a year. Let's make it... That's 11. Thinking 12 mil? 12 mil? Okay, cool. We got him. Gilman I actually don't want. We can go without him. Claypool I can try getting in free agency. It's just a lot of these guys are depth. This guy wants to re-sign, but I don't care for him. Blake, since a punter's coming in the draft, I'll let Blake Rupe go, and I'll do him a service. I'll change him back to kicker. That way it'll help him out getting a job. Brandon Aubrey, giving him like whatever the fuck he wants. 7 years too. I want him for as long as possible. He wants 6.29. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit, he wants a lot of money. That's so much money for a kicker. That's what I'm gonna probably have to give him is like 7. Okay, cool. Okay, so I changed the scheme fit to something that fits Sam Hartman. Now it really improves his interest level. So I think in this case, I guess 19.6 million a year for a potential starter / backup isn't terrible. I'll give him 20. All right, come on, Sam Hartman, please. All right, cool. Got Sam Hartman. So we've gotten everybody so far. We couldn't lock down a big deal with Miles Boykin to franchise tag him. Chase Claypool, not going to be able to get him until first wave of free agency. Gilman, I don't really want. Glinky's 31. He played really good, so I'll pay him. I'll give him a 2-year extension. I'll give him 9.5 a year. Okay, cool. Nick McLeod. I feel like he was a solid rotation guy. What was his stats looking like? He did have a pick and a couple deflections. Okay. What does he want? 1 year? Let's do 2. Can I get him back? Okay, no. That's fine. Chris Smith, he's young. Let's do 3 years. I'll give him 7 mil a year. Actually, dude, who the fuck... Did he put up any numbers? I don't even know who this guy is. He didn't put up... He had 1 tackle. Oh, dude, but this guy, who knows? He could be fucking dog. Alright, let's give him 3 years. Let's fix it. Alright, Chris Smith. Maybe I can actually skim him out a little. Maybe I can give him 3 mil a year right now. 6 mil. 3-year deal. Just like that. Fuck! Damn it. I don't know if I want Jerry Tiller. He's 27, this guy? Okay. Cool. Now let's see if I can get Robert Hainsley. This? Nope. Okay. Uh-oh, boys. Mustafa. He's kind of old, but... Okay, cool. Got him. Jameer Jones. I'll try to keep him. Dude, these guys kind of look alike. What if they were twins, but Tony Jones just happens to be named after his father? Alright, Jameer Jones. Let's try to get him on a 2-year deal. 5 mil. Alright, cool. Jalen Smith, I'm kind of just going to let go. Yeah, these guys are old. Skoranek. Yeah. Nope. Okay, so I think Khalid Kareem's the last guy I'm going to be able to resign. So 9 guys I'm not going to be able to get. Upgrade roster. Let's see. I'm just going to auto-upgrade everybody. And let's just take a look at our lineup again. See if there are any changes that happen. Okay, offense looks the same. Defense. Whoa. So it looks like Love and Foskey naturally progressed to X Factors. Okay, Madden's predicting something good for them. I did not do that. The rest of the D-line is absolute dog water. Look at that. Oh my god. And then it looks like Morrison got bumped up to a superstar. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to be complaining about this. Okay, so I put Foskey at Blitz. Let's see, Love. Probably going to try to make him universal coverage. Got another thing right here. I'll do tip drill. Actually, no, we'll do medium round knockout. All right, now let's check Ben Morrison. Let's do both of these. All right, cool. So we have 64 players on our roster. Let's see where it takes us down to. I think it should be 55. Oh, 50. Okay. Don't know how that works. Okay. All right, so I know the one guy I really kind of wanted to get is that D tackle that we lost. Chris Smith. He has no offers. So since he skipped out on us last time, I'm just going to 3-year, 5.8. Okay, well, let's give that a swing. And now let's check out wide receiver. I think we lost Claypool, right? Chase Claypool. He has 0 offers right now, too. Let's give him a 3-year, 10.5 a year. Yeah, I feel like those are the only guys I really remember losing that were big enough that I wanted. Was there somebody else? Maybe there was someone on the O-line, but actually... Yeah, let me check that O-line again. Liam Eichenberg. Offer him like a 1-year... Yeah. No, I'm good. He's such a low overall. Robert Hainsley. He's the last guy I wanted. He has no offers, it looks like. I'll give him 4 mil. Okay, so I'm the only one to hunt for all these guys, it looks like. Alright, let's eval. Okay, I got Chris Smith. Still the only offers for these guys. Okay, let's eval one more time. Nope. These guys are still waiting it out. Alright, let's check next week. Okay, I'm still the only one in the hunt for these guys. Okay, keep eval. Okay, I got Chase Claypool back. Okay, got Eichenberg. All right, I got Hansey. Nice. I got all these guys. And all these guys I got on discounts, too, so that was good. Just realized, I don't think I ever checked the retirings. Did we lose anybody? We lost Harrison Smith. Okay. All right, a week before the draft, let's do private workouts. Okay, so 60, 60, 60. So luckily I'll get all these guys figured out. The left end I definitely need. Actually, I'll just do everybody but the punter. All right, cool. All right, before we enter the draft, let's take one final look at our prospects. Okay. Not terrible. His edge rusher is projected to be a third-round guy, so that's good. Drake Bowen, he could be a potential steal. Jeremiah Love, he's a ranked 1 to 2 guy. Okay, so I already know I'm probably not going to be able to get this guy. Christian Gray, I should be able to get in my first round. I guess I'd go Jeremiah Love my second round. And I think third is Drake Bowen. And if I have a fourth, Boubacar. Yeah, let's take one last look at my picks. 1, 2. Oh, okay, cool. So I can get all those guys as my first picks. I could probably trade my third rounder. Maybe. I don't know. I might reach and get that edge rusher at the third round. I don't want to risk it. Because it's not like I can really draft anybody else. All right, let's start this draft. Let's see. 45. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of tough. But, I mean, he was going to go first round, so, like, I had to pick him there. Maybe I could have traded down a little bit, but I'm okay with it. That's crazy. He was, like, probably... If he's ranked 45 and his projection was 1 to 2, he had to be, like, the last one in that category before 2 to 3. Okay, let's see where that tackle goes. No, not Cameron Williams. No. Oh, shit, I accidentally skipped all the way. Whoops. Okay. Well, we'll see later where the other guy went. All right, let's see. Can I... Please tell me that running back's still available. Okay, good. Running back's still available. All right, Jeremiah Love. 37, okay. So that was a good pick. All right, next pick. All right, we got 2 third-rounders. So we are going to go Drake Bowen. I think our next pick will go with this left end. Okay, nice. 63 at 78. Cool. All right, let's go Boubacar Traore. 99 and 90. Cool with me. All right, I got a bunch of 6-rounders. All right, so I know I definitely need a receiver. I think I lost one of my backups, so I'll go him. 337, that's bad. Well, actually, maybe I just trade all these picks away. Let's see what I can get. Get a future 5th. Honestly, I think I'm okay with that. Future 5th for 2 future 6. I'll go with the future 5th. So linebackers, I know I'm pretty good on. 6'8", Tosh Baker. Yeah, I guess I'd rather go him. He has C awareness. Well, actually, if I can get another 5th-round pick, then maybe I don't. Okay, the Eagles. I'm gonna see if I can get. I'm gonna see if I can get the 5th-round pick and a 7th-round pick for this year. Let's try with the Eagles. Oh, I already have 2 7th-round picks. Oh, okay. So I'll do another 7th for next year. Oh, okay. I guess I'm just gonna accept that 5th-round pick then from here. All right, take the 5th-round pick. All right, I will go Tosh Baker and then the punter. Cool. Punter 26. I think he's the oldest guy in the draft. I skipped to the end. So when it came to the players that I needed in the draft, I got that done. There's only one guy that I couldn't get, and I didn't really need him. Christian Gray is... Oh, okay, cool. So our first 4 guys were all 70 overalls. That's awesome. And 62, 65s, I mean, those aren't terrible. They're not horrible. Okay, let's see. Christian Gray, does he have a development trait? Nice. He's star. Jeremiah Love? No, okay. But he's 21, though. Derek Bowen, I imagine... Oh, okay. Star, okay. I imagine he's nothing. Okay, 62. 91 kick power? I mean, I guess that's okay for a punter. Alright, not too bad. I'm not too disappointed in this. Let's see where that one tackle went. Charles Jagusa. He was 71 overall, went to the Chargers. 71 overall. He does have a hidden development tree. What is it? Star. Okay. I mean, I'm okay with not having him. Alright, now we gotta move on to the roster cuts. Who will make the team? So I'm pretty sure this is about the draft. Quarterback. Or running back. Which one's going to be viewed more? I'm going to say running back's probably going to be viewed more. Oh, no. Quarterback. Because he has the development trait. Secondary. Corners. Now, I hate it when it does this. Which player? And it does CB1, CB2, CB3. I only drafted 1 corner. So, like, I would imagine cornerback 1. And I'm saying disagree. I don't get that. But, okay. Intense progress. That's awesome. Wait, medium amount of XP when he said intense? Oh, okay. I mean, I wish it told me how much he gained instead of saying medium. That's weird. SMA. He made a lot of progress. 6,000. 5 plus 3. So why does it say his results specifically, but it didn't say anything for Sam? It just said he made medium progress. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Uh-oh. Injury? Who's this? Xavier Watts, dislocated ankle. 6 weeks. Okay. But I think he was going to be a backup anyway. And 1, 2, 3. So he'll be back by week 4, it looks like. Position battles, nice. Right end position battle. Why between them? Have it between the other side. Because Foskey's obviously going to be a starter. And that's the thing. If I pick there not be a battle, they're going to be upset. that's going to literally make them lose morale. So, most sacks, and Foskey's going to win. Let's have him working on play rec. Awesome. Upgrade. So does Sam Hartman get upgrade points, I'm assuming, then? No. What the fuck? What? So I guess Sam Hartman got nothing? Let's see. Yeah, he's still the same overall. Wow, okay. Okay, I'm assuming Foskey won the position battle. Especially my offense. Explosive passing plays. And we'll go with 8 yards per attempt because Sam Hartman has done that every year. So we should be able to do it again. Alright, we need to cut 8 players. Okay, for some reason I have 2 guys not from Notre Dame on here, so that makes it easy. I mean, actually, if they're on my team, fuck, let's try to trade them and get some draft capital. For some reason I don't have a first round pick next year. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 picks in general. Let's go Jags. Let's try to get, I guess, a 2028 fourth. Goal. It's Lucas Kroll, Steven Williams, and Joey Herbert. And Commanders. Let's go with a 2029 third. Actually, no, 2029 second. Let's see. It's probably not, right? Okay. 2029 third. 2029 fourth. Goal. Wait, Medrano's from UCLA? What the fuck? Okay, well, I don't know how the fuck that happened. Straight him away. Oh my god. Love, Morrison, Hart. So, turns out somehow I have 2 Obins. The one I picked up from the New England Patriots practice squad. So, this one, I'm just going to change his name. Instead of RJ Obin, he'll be JR Nebo. And we'll change him to an outside linebacker. And yeah, we'll keep it like that. Alright, so this is the final 53-man roster. Sam Hartman continues to be our quarterback, 76 overall. Riley Leonard, our backup. SMA, Kyron Williams, and Jeremiah Love, our 3 running backs. Boykin, Claypool, St. Brown, Cole Kmet, Bo Collins. Actually, yeah, we're going to stick with 3 running backs and 6 receivers. Okay? Deion Colsey will be number 6. Tight ends, Mayer, Mitchell Evans, Tommy Tremble. Tackles, Ronnie Stanley, Mustafer, Quentin Nelson, Eichenberg, McGlinky, Patterson. Patterson is probably our best backup on the team right now. Fisher and Tosh, Joe Alt, and Robert Hainsley. Now, this is where it gets kind of weak. Our D-line, Ogundeji, and then our rookie, Boubacar Traore, is going to be right behind him. He's a strength. Kareem's solid backup. Then we have Chris Smith and Kurt Hinish. See how those goes. We also have Howard Cross. Drake Bowen, the rookie, is going to be our starting left outside linebacker. Kaiser's going to be his backup. Linebacker will be Tranquil Bertrand. Very good duo. Our linebackers are looking really good. And then JOK. Corners, we got Ben Morrison, Cam Hart, and Christian Gray, the rookie. Then we got Nick McLeod back. Safeties. I moved Julian Love back to his original spot. Since we were very low on safeties, we only had Troy Pride, Kyle Hamilton, and Xavier Watts, who's hurt. So Xavier Watts is better off as a backup role right now. So Julian Love and Kyle Hamilton. Maybe, who knows? Maybe that will help out the secondary. Moving Julian Love back there, and now we have 3 productive cornerbacks here. Well, 2 at least with these guys, Hart and Morrison, and Christian Gray. Hopefully he is productive. And then Aubrey, and then rookie Rendell. Draft picks. So we have a second, 2 thirds, 2 fourths, 3 fifths, a 6 and a 7. So we're doing pretty good there. Yeah, maybe I can eventually try to trade for a first, but depending on the draft class and free agents, rookies, see how that goes. All right, now the depth chart. Sam Hartman, obviously starting quarterback. Going to be Estime, Love, and Kyron Williams. Wide receivers, Boykins, Chase Claypool, St. Brown in the slot. Michael Mayer, Stanley, Quentin Nelson, Mike McGlinky, Blake Fisher, Joe Alt, and Ogundeji as our starter. Jack Kaiser's going to be the backup. And then the guy that's projected to be undrafted, drafted in the 3rd round, he's going to be 3rd on the depth chart. And deep tackle, Chris Smith and Hinish. Drake Bowen's going to be starting linebacker. Drew Tranquil, and then JOK. 3 corners, Ben Morrison, Cam Hart, Christian Gray in the slot. Then Love and Kyle Hamilton as our safeties. Aubrey, Rendell, Estime as our kick returner and punt returner. And Jeremiah Love is going to be the 3rd down running back. Williams the power running back. St. Brown slot. Rush left end, Kaiser. Then Foskey on the rush right end. E tackles are going to be Traore and Odunji. And Tranquil JOK as our linebackers. Christian Gray as a slot. And then we have Rocco Spindler, a left guard, and a linebacker as our practice squad guys. Alright, so I think that's pretty much everything, almost everything we need to do for this off-season episode. Only thing left is updating the schemes. Alright, so we're going to run vertical zone run and quarters 4-3. Alright, I'm going to end the offseason episode here. We end up being 85 overall offense, 83 overall defense, 84 overall in total. I will do the draft class and scouts in our first episode of Season 3. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. This is probably going to be a longer episode, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys like the way I build the teams and stuff. And yeah, see ya. Bye.